So this tipping point, it's happening all the time. These connections between salespeople, connectors, and mavens are happening all the time. It happened in this community. Many of the people in this room participated in it, whether you know it or not. So Reverend Amani, literally since the time she took over as the minister of this congregation, has been a salesperson. She has been delivering messages. Despite the way you think it is, the way you were conditioned, the way you were raised to believe, that is not true. We live in a world of unlimited possibilities, right? We live in a world of unlimited possibilities. And then she started to introduce us to all of these concepts over the years we did soul care, this series called Soul Care, where we were learning how to, take care of ourselves. We've studied the radical act of rest as resistance. Do less. Wow, that was hard for me to grab onto, because I was taught that my worth was generated by what I did for people. So she's been doing this for a long time. So I got caught up in that as and so her role in this little story of the tipping point of ACSL is she's been a wonderful salesperson, making the case for us spiritually about what is ours to do and how to be and how to take care of ourselves and all of this. So I'm absorbing this at the same time that I have a broken back, and I had tore all of the tendons in both of my arms doing a project. And I'm like, she's got a point. I got to learn how to take care of myself. And so I'm searching for answers. And in terms of my back, Western medicine recommended surgery. And then I went for a second opinion, and they said, no, that's inoperable. You really are, just stuck with what you are right now. So at the same time, Spirit's working behind the scenes, and I get to know my next door neighbor, Dr. Ellie Klein. And he starts saying, hey, what's going on with your back? And what's going on with your arms? And he was just finishing up his studies to become a doctor of Oriental medicine. And he goes, I really need people to work with. And I'm like, sign me up. I'm desperate. I'll take it. And so he and I really began to work together on a whole different paradigm of health. And in my mind, what I was doing was what my salesperson told me to do. Like, get your stuff together and live life fully. So, Ellie over here, I don't think I was patient one, but I was on one hand, and I'm working with him, and oh my God, I thought I was going to be incapacitated for the rest of my life. And he healed my arms within 2 weeks, my back in a couple months, and I am like mind blown. And I'm like, okay, in this case, I'm not the salesperson, and I certainly am not going to self-administer acupuncture needles to myself. So I'm not the maven. I'm a connector at this point because I have the experience of this. So I told my ex-wife, because I knew her aunt needed help, and so her aunt went to LA. And then I told Clarissa's mom, Alexis, and I told Joy Lynn, who was going through her first round of cancer at the time, and they became connectors. But all of us were, in this sphere of influence of Amani's guidance around what it was, how it was to be, spiritually connected.